What up, y'all? Working on the 80cc eBay bike kit thingamajigger. I'm just doing some fine tuning. I've got a little bit of Permatex Loctite stuff here to go through, and I'm gonna adjust my. I actually think I'm gonna leave the chain a little bit and see. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, I'm just kind of tightening some things up. This part here that clamps onto the frame, it's slowly working itself to clamp together, and I'm going to keep working it until it just seats in there all the way and doesn't want to move anymore. I've got the fuel tank mounted up permanently to the bike rack here. I took one of those rubber discs, the mediocre rubber discs, and just cut them up. Basically, this is all I'm left with, one of them. And I put 2 pieces per stud. It gives it some dampening. Also, it spaces it up so that this thing here can just kind of rest against this, but not be like smashed into it, and so it sits properly. So that's secured fastly. No more bungee cord. I've got some Honda vacuum tubing that I've actually soaked in diesel overnight one time just to see how it would work, and it held up to it. So I'm using this as fuel line. I replaced the aquarium tubing. I didn't trust it. The one end was already coming loose, but this tubing here is nice and firm. It's not rock hard, and I still got the filter in there so I can see if there's fuel flow. And I figured out how this valve works. When this valve is set to, I can't take you off the thing. I'll mess it up. But when it's up like this, you can hardly see it, but it's got fuel flow. If it's turned to the side, no flow. So yeah, anyways, I got the filter back in here. I put it around the other side so everything's kind of out of the way of my legs. I do want to get some tiny clamps. This doesn't really need it, but the one at the carburetor, I would want to clamp on it. But yeah, I've just purged the tank out. It didn't see any extra debris or anything, and I haven't gotten anything in this filter, so the tank was pretty clean. Basically, it's really nice having this valve. You can shut the fuel off, unhook your hoses, put your can under here, put the hose in, flip the valve, and then off you're going, draining the tank so you can do stuff with it. I kind of like that. So stuff like this cover right here, I'm going to take this off and run this stuff in here, whatever I've got left. I think I have a little bit left. And I'm just going to torque everything down. So anyways, little random fact. The clutch setup is just like a Volkswagen clutch. It's you got this rod here, right? And it pushes on a rod that pushes the disc out, and it disengages the clutch. And it only needs a little bit of movement to disengage. Okay, so I pretty much got this thing squared away. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I found my E3 plug. Okay, so that's what how she's burning right now. It's probably a little richer than it needs to be, but I'm okay with that. Gap is about the same. I actually gapped it a little bit higher, so. Oh, look at that. She fits right in there. I don't think this tool's gonna fit. Nope, it's not. So what do? That should be good. Got plenty of reach. We got a shorter plug. You can throw this in the crap we don't care about bin. Yeah, you only need to disengage the clutch just a tiny bit, or pull on the lever a tiny bit and it disengages the clutch. And down just a little bit. Freeze it up. Not bad, eh? Not bad. So it's pretty simple. I'm gonna see if I can start it without messing with the choke. I'll just give it a couple of squirts. Ready to go right there. That's how you shut it off. Got fuel is on. I'm kind of thinking I don't like shutting it off that way. The other thing is making a mess. Probably running too rich, I don't know. Turn that in a couple times. I'm gonna go ride it around for a little bit, see how she does. But yeah. Alright, I'm getting ready to go out tonight, but before I go, I modified the kill switch. So I have this little guy here. Just kind of wrapped around here and then wrapped around there a couple times, so we're all good there for a kill switch. I don't want to dump the clutch and kill it. I'm going to wear that clutch out before I even know it. I got a new headlight. It just kind of straps around here. It's actually in the house charging. It's a USB chargeable one, so that's pretty sweet. And then I got this badass little guy here, Cat Eye Velo 7. Looks like it's got a clock on there. I haven't set it yet, but got that hooked up. My sensor runs off the rack here, and probably end up JB welding that on or something, or doing some epoxy so it stays and never comes off. And then they got a little magnet right here that just screw on there. Jeez, Mom, you're laughing too loud. So anyways, yeah, it tops out at about 30 miles an hour. I still have some throttle up. I don't feel like going any faster. But I was cruising at 30 miles an hour at almost red line. And as you can tell, I got my E3 plug in there. I actually popped them out to see what it looked like, and it was it cleaned up pretty good. It was a normal color. It wasn't caked black or anything like that, so it's running pretty clean. I only ever see it smoke when it's cold, just for a little bit, and then once I get rolling, when it warms up, it's not being all dickered. I went out to Hillsboro and back to Beaverton, which that and then back to my house. It's like well, it's 7 miles out that, so I did 14 miles there, went out that way and back, so that right there, that's about 10 miles. So I'm getting about 20. Actually, no, I'm getting more than that because this tank isn't a full gallon. I only used half of it, and I did about 20 miles, so a little bit more than 20 miles. But yeah, it's running good. I lost a nut on this, go figure, so I'm going to keep tightening this. I'm going to have to get jam nuts for it. But anyways, my battery is dead on the camera. So I found out what was grinding. It was these 3 pegs rubbing up against that. So I took my anal grinder and lopped a couple millimeters off them. So that's good. I'm gonna get the compressed air, blow this out, and put a dab of grease in there, and then Bob's your uncle. But the clutch looks like inside it's got the same type of material that you would on a brake or whatever, so that's good.